Okay, I didn't have my mic on. Again. Jeez, come on. Alright, that was a lousy newscast anyway. Wasn't ready. Again, this is like my morning show, and I'm just going to give you the stories that I was giving you when the mic was off. So we're just going to kind of go through some of those stories again. Top Ukraine advisor. Yeah. I think it's because I'm fussing with a tablet, and I forget to turn my microphone on and all that good stuff. And so what you heard was that moment of silence brought to you by GJRB Online and the low-powered 9-foot closed-circuit signal and all the stupidity that goes with it. All right. Anyhow, that's what happens when you try to do this right. Okay? Not prepared. And my tablet's stuck anyway. We'll do the news in the next half hour. We'll do another newscast close to the top of the hour. I'm not going to worry about it too much because, again, I could cut that out in post. And I usually do because that's what I do. Anyway. Yeah, just... Okay, Gary J in the morning with you here on GJRB Online. Got some good stuff coming up for you this morning, and I hope you'll stay with me throughout the morning for some great music on the Gary J in the Morning Show. Whether or not, it's just, I can't believe I do news twice in a row, 2 shows in a row without my microphone on. I could just spit. I don't know. I've just got to work on that. I just don't know. I've got to just delete it in your head. I did the news. That's the way it goes. Local people heard it. Coming up, some new music. We'll have some of the latest, including the Sound of a Breaking Hearts by Kevin Gross. And, of course, this song, which we're going to have coming up. Yeah, the latest from Keith Brooks. Yeah, we'll play this one. Yep. So long, baby, baby, bye-bye. Yeah. Some leftovers from our blues show. That group called Blind Creek. We'll have that one coming up. Love in Vain. Great blues. Oh yeah, another good stuff coming up this hour. Your request from the blues, country, classics, rock and roll. You got it right here on GJRB Online. Gary J in the Morning Show, the only DJ that does the news with his mic off. Yeah, the Gary J in the Morning Show. Yeah, well, you know how that goes. The hour number 2 of the Gary J in the Morning Show. Here on Spreaker, 45-minute music hour, for 50 actually. Got some great music, great talk. You want to talk about anything? Stop in and say hi. We'll be posting. Here's Mood Swing, Mr. Majestic, GJRB.
Over me, here comes the shades of gray with black intensity. It's not something I choose. I hope you understand. To break a little heart is not part of my plan. When it's very bad, the state I'm going through, you should be very glad. it's not happening to you. When it's very good, it's also very grand. Just take what you can grab and get out while you can. Get out while you can. Ah, here comes another mood swing. When the mood swing comes, it comes on in full force. Find something strong to hold and just let it run its course. Don't look the other way. It does no good to hide. It cannot be ignored and it will not be denied. When it's very bad, another fall from grace. I feel so very small from the look upon your face. When it's very good, it's more than you can stand. Just take what you can grab and get out while you can. Get out while you can. Ah, here comes another mood swing. Try as I might, I just can't seem to fight it. Try as I may, I can't make it go away. I can't make it go away. When the mood swing comes, it washes over me. Become the shades of grey with a black intensity. It's not something I choose, I hope you understand. To break your little heart, it's not part of my plan. When it's very bad, the state I'm going through, you should be very glad it's not happening to you. When it's very good, it's also very grand. Just take what you can grab and get out while you can. Get out while you can. Ah, here comes another mood swing. Here comes another mood swing. Another mood swing.
so maybe they will see how you're always right, everybody else is wrong. Let somebody cross you up, you make sure they are gone. I got real tired of your conniving ways, decided it was time that I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. And here's what I'm saying: so long, baby, baby, bye bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye bye. So long, baby, baby, bye bye. I don't need you no more. Bye bye. Got real tired of your conniving ways, decided it was time and I can't stay. I'll carry on without you another day. But here's what I say: yeah, so long, baby, baby, bye bye. I say so long, baby, baby, bye bye. So long, baby, baby, bye bye. Don't need you no more. Bye bye. So long, baby, baby, bye bye. So long, baby, baby, bye bye. So long, baby, baby, bye bye. Don't need you no more. Bye bye.
GJRB Online on Spreaker, an artist named Keith Brooks. He's one of our newest artists here on GJRB Online with a song called So Long, Baby, Baby, Bye Bye. And it's rolling in there real good. I would suggest that would probably be one of our newest, hottest hits. And the other one coming up is Kevin Gross and The Sound of a Breaking Hearts, which are like two really good songs. If I had a charted system, it would probably be already in my top 10. Fabulous tune. So Long, Baby, Baby, Bye Bye on Gary J in the Morning. You're on GJRB Online here on Spreaker, the Gary J in the Morning Show wake up program, and I hope you're enjoying it wherever you're listening across America. If you like our program, hit our like button. Smash the like button, because that means that there are people out there who are checking this out, you know. There's algorithms which will suggest our show to a lot of people and suggest our radio station to a lot of people. So, please drop in and hit that like button, because that means there's a lot of people out there already posted on a number of sites already, including our regular for this hour. The new hour 2 is available to you on Meet the Spreakers, Spreaker Tavern, and GJRB Online. And I'm already copying and putting it on my MeWe page, which I'm going to do right now. Going to get that up on the MeWe page. Let me see where I can find that. Where is that darn MeWe page? Here it is. And sitting here relaxing, grab a cup of coffee. I was drinking another coffee. Actually, this is not bad. A friend of mine gave us that really neat coffee. That it's kind of cold. It's kind of what they call iced coffee, if you want to call it that. Pour it over ice, make it real, real cold. I didn't do that. Of course, I could have put it in the freezer, which I could do. It's absolutely fabulous. And it tastes like chocolate milk is what it tastes like. Absolutely incredible. So I've been drinking that this morning. And it kind of pop it a little bit because sometimes my coffee does get cold anyway, and I don't So instead, I kind of like pour it into my coffee cup, mixed with my other coffee. It does kind of taste a little interesting, but it doesn't taste bad. And kind of puts a little taste to it. It's kind of interesting, but it's not bad. Not one of those that I've tried iced coffee years ago and thought, well, I don't know if I was going to like it or not, but it's not really that bad. I kind of like it. It has an interesting taste to it. So I've been drinking that this morning and enjoying the music with you, and already posted on MeWe, and there you go. And I'll post on some other sites. I got to clean out my Pinterest page. My Pinterest page is getting old. It needs a little cleaning. So I'm going to be working on that a little bit today. I got some more stuff to do when I get off the air. I've got intros to do for my Radio Land, which will be on the air on, let's see here, a week. Let's see, we're going to flip over to November. A week from in about a couple weeks. Not next Tuesday. Don't know what we're going to do yet next Tuesday. I'm hoping we could do a Gary J in the Morning Show, Twin Spin Christian Rock. And with Christian Rock all day. We'll see how that works out. But I'm not staying on here all day today. We're going to be off the air at 1 o'clock. And I've got some production to work on. I got some voice tracks to work on. I got some openings to work on. I got the opening stuff for Radio Land, which will air on November 12th at 1 o'clock Central Time. Might be going on the air broadcasting all day that day. So we might be doing a morning show till 1 o'clock and then flipping over, and Radio Land will be on at 1 o'clock with the classic old-time radio programs. Don't know yet, I might be changing that because I like to do something on the local end with our Memories 107.1 9-foot signal. So I know, let me see, we're going to do on that week yet until I know. But we're going to do the Gary J in the Morning Show, maybe possibly next Tuesday. Okay, all programs are set, and it's tentatively. Kind of a word I learned a long time ago from my broadcast instructor, my TV instructor, George Sierra. Where tentatively, because these things can change, and so I usually say tentatively scheduled, and that would mean that something could change. Is because like I said before, we had a series of meetings this past week. I get a little help from my friend Brian Harrison, who's been going to be helping me out with some different things. And we're going to do different things. And still be able to broadcast, but we're going to have, see what days we're going to meet. I got to have a meeting with him on that. What days we're going to meet, what days we're not going to meet, what's going on with him, and see if we can work out something. And in between that, I can work on having broadcast on the air. So that's the whole idea behind that deal. Being able to plan out our programming, talk about what we're going to do. And so that's what I'm going to be probably doing. I got a meeting with him, but we're going to be working today after we get off the air on the openings to Radio Land and get those ready to go, so that I can get that on the air next week. But Radio Land, the one that I wanted on the air is our seasonal airing of War of the Worlds. Still going to air that one. It might either be live or an uploaded podcast. I don't know yet. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm hoping maybe perhaps we could do it tomorrow. But we have an appointment. My wife and I both have a doctor's appointment, so that's out. But I'm thinking the 31st, which is Thursday, that's Halloween. So I'm thinking maybe perhaps we can get that on Halloween in the afternoon. We'll get back here on time. We can get that Radio Land on the air at 1 o'clock with Radio Land and play those old programs. War of the Worlds, and some other classic radio programs. I was talking about getting those on the air because I had a couple of really good shows I wanted to air with it. Inner Sanctum, and comparing that, because it was a show that was done by Hyman Brown. He was a guy who produced and brought back and resurrected radio drama in the 70s when he had the CBS Radio Mystery Theater. And I want to play that in a CBS Radio Mystery Theater episode for comparison, because I always wondered where that squeaky door came from in the CBS Radio Mystery Theater, and my parents were telling me about this a long, long time ago, that squeaky door was the same squeaky door they used in Inner Sanctum, which was another Hyman Brown produced program. And I was listening to Carl Amari one night with WGN Radio Theater, and he talked about the fact that the CBS Radio Mystery Theater, which was also produced by Hyman Brown, which was the signature squeaking door that they used in the CBS Radio Mystery Theater, which I thought was kind of interesting. But absolutely fabulous. And I was thinking of another program that was part of the resurrection of radio drama in the 70s, and that was just before Rod Serling died. He had a radio series on the Mutual Network that was pretty good, called The 0 Hour. Absolutely fabulous. I used to listen to that when it was on our hometown radio station on Sundays. And it was a great show. Absolutely fabulous dramatic programming. And 0 Hour was fabulous. So I'm going to try and see if I can get the 0 Hour to run on that particular broadcast. Maybe about a couple of hours. Maybe like about 3 hours of classic old-time radio on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to do the jazz. I'm hoping we get to do the jazz in the afternoon. I don't know, because see, that's when the whole bit starts with me and Brian, so we're going to see what goes on there. If we have a meeting that day, the jazz will be on at night. So that's a tentative schedule again. So the wave of smooth jazz at 1 and the smooth afternoon at 3. And that could be changing to evening, with smooth evening followed by some easy nights. Bringing that back too, because I said I was going to bring that back. I have a schedule planned for that program. And like I said before, a lot of my programs I have to go through again and see if I might have to eliminate some more to fit a regular schedule. So I'm going to be sifting through programs and picking out shows that I want on the air, and some shows will have to fall by the wayside for a while. But I want to get a full month full schedule and be able to have these programs repeat as well in a automated format when we flip over to the 3-hour plan in December. But when we get into December, it's going to be a different set of programs altogether, because a lot of what I do in December is going to be the holiday programming for Christmas. And usually I change a lot of things in there because Gary J in the afternoon becomes Gary J in the morning, Gary J in the afternoon. Of course, that could change. Gary J in the morning will probably end its season, and we're going to be going to the Christmas programming. So it will probably be where Gary J in the afternoon, Gary J in the morning is going to flip to the American Christmas Jukebox, and we're going to be going into the holiday programming. So with that in mind, things are going to get a little different in the program schedule. So I will be talking about that coming up. I usually would do Weather on the 5s. We're going to check and see with the Weather Nation and see what's going on. I want to see what they're talking about. And then we'll do another Weather on the 5s with Weather Nation with temperatures coming up a little later on. But I want to see what's going on with Weather Nation because I didn't set that up at the beginning. So we're just going to kind of do freestyle today because it's a morning show. And I do whatever, whenever, and pop in stuff. So let's see what they're talking about. Looks like they got some interesting weather. They got that tip of the week. So I think what we're going to do there is we're going to wait until next hour, and we'll do Weather on the 5s next hour for Weather Nation. So we're going to skip Weather on the 5s. You know, as we do Weather on the 5s any time in the hour that ends in 5, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. So we're going to skip this Weather on the 5s. There is a winter storm warning out for Wyoming, though, including Sweetwater County. It will expire at 6 o'clock Mountain Time. 6 o'clock Mountain Time. So that would be 7 o'clock our time here. And look at that. And let's take a look. Albany, New York, dew point 46 degrees. They have right now 61 degrees in Albany today. Rain 66. Well, they had a tornado there, did they? Or is that just a video they're showing? Talking about some of the fall severe weather preparation is what they're talking about on there right now. Atlanta, Georgia, 69 degrees right now in Atlanta, Georgia. Relative humidity there, 68%. 73 in rain today for Atlanta. Tomorrow, 71 degrees and more rain. 75 on Thursday. 54 degrees in Austin, Texas right now. 54 degrees. And a relative humidity, 90%. Barometric pressure 30, 6 mile per hour winds, 61 degrees for Austin for today. More rain for you guys down south. 61 degrees in Austin, and then tomorrow partly cloudy with a high of 54. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 talk shows, and any time in the hour that ends in 5. Weather on the 5s right here on GJRB on Spreaker. Gary J in the morning. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I love doing this stuff and playing music for you and just having a blast here as we continue the morning show here on Spreaker. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you're enjoying the show wherever you're listening across America. And if you want to drop in and say hi, we'd love to hear from you. Kind of a dead morning again. Usually is. Some morning, and it's okay with me. I mean, kind of one of those great mornings where you have dead newscasts and everything else. It just, one of those things. So it's fine with me. It was one of those mornings where my newscast was dead because I didn't have my microphone on. And usually those days, if there's no one listening, that's fine with me. But I'm sure you're going to catch that in the rerun when you hear the on-demand podcast later. It's going to be hilarious, no doubt about it. And just, whatever. Just screw up whenever I can. Just one of those things. And when you don't have an audience and you screw up, who cares, right? But if you do have an audience, well, there you go. It can be real humiliating, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to go over to where the news is and put up my history page. Let's see. I hit the save. Let's just hit the save. Okay, got some of the news stories coming up for this hour. Let's take a look at what's going on in the GJRB News Desk. And the next House impeachment witness is coming as most important so far. And one dead after an accident here in Clinton County, officials say speed played a factor in that crash. We'll talk about that story on the local scene and a whole lot more. Also in the news, we'll talk about President Trump. He visited the baseball game and got booed. Talk about that a little bit. Your comments on it. What do you think about that? I think that was kind of unnecessary. Also, the key witness in the hearing for him, President Trump's impeachment hearings, and we'll talk about that. And your opinion matters here on GJRB Online. What do you think of the Republicans invading the impeachment hearings? We'll talk about that all coming up next hour. Gary J. Rustin, GJRB News, with his half-hour update. And there you go. Finally get something right all of a sudden. The mic's open. Yeah, imagine that. But that's pretty much how that goes. Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Anyway, we got some really good stuff coming up, so I hope you'll stay with me here on GJRB Online. Gary J in the morning here on Spreaker. And like I said before, if you want to get on the part of the show, love to hear from you. If you got some comments that you want to spread apart, talk about, with me. Love to hear from you. And we'll have another 45, 50-minute music hour next hour again. So stay tuned for that. We'll have a lot of that. And you're welcome to be a part of the program. And I invite you to come in. You like the button? Hit that like button if you like this show, the Gary J. in the Morning Show. It's a great way to wake up in the morning for people in the West, especially those people listening out West. You're welcome to join in on the show. It's always a pleasure to bring you this program, and love to talk to you and get your opinion on things. So please do stop in. Always welcome to get audience here on this program. And then coming up next hour, we'll check with our friends at Weather Nation and see what's going on there. Get your weather forecast from Weather Nation. Next hour, we'll take a look at our Clinton weather forecast again and take a look at some other areas in the country. We're up to 33 degrees right now in Clinton, Iowa. It feels like 28 degrees. So according to the Mayor Farms, it's 33 degrees right now here in Clinton, Iowa. Wow. Just amazing how it got so cold this quickly. Yeah, it's no wonder people get sick. And then they say there's global warming. There's climate change. Yeah. Well, the climate hasn't changed all that much here in Clinton, Iowa. I can tell you that right now. So, I mean, if you think there's climate change, whatever. I'll be right back and take a break. I'm Gary J. Russ. This is GJRB Online.
Gatto, live Tuesday nights at 8:30 on Spreaker FM 88.9.
Okay, we're back on the air here on GJRB Online. Gary J. in the morning, wrapping up our program. One more hour left to go. We're going to do 15 minutes of non-stop music next hour. So we got some more good stuff coming your way. Hope you'll stay with me all morning long here. The Gary J. in the Morning Show. Always a pleasure to bring you the best of music, talk, and stuff as we close out this hour. And then we're going to be going into the next hour with another 45-minute to 50-minute music hour. So we're going to be wrapping up our show at that time. So we're going to give you our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions coming up next hour, and our program schedule one more time as to what we're going to be doing this week on the air here on GJRB Online Network. So just to let you know what we got rolling in there, and keeping it here on Spreaker as well. And thank you so much for tuning in to GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Got a lot of really good tunes coming up. Got a lot of really good stuff. So why don't we get into the hour? We got some more really good music for you this morning here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. And, of course, this is left over from our blues show from the other day, Blind Creek, Love in Vain on GJRB Online.
When all your love
Across the ocean. Group called Love in Vain, just in the other, from the southern hemisphere. I believe they were Melbourne, Australia. Anyway, fabulous band called Blind Creek. We played that on the Blues House on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed that program. Hope you're still listening to it. It's available on the GJRB Springer Public site, and you can check it out. Because it's great stuff. Gotta tell you that much. Yeah, it's really good stuff. And want to pass along some belated birthdays. I know there was one yesterday. That was my friend Lee Zuge. So it was his birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to him. And one of the big happy anniversary going out to my sister Jackie and my brother-in-law Al Becker in Mokina, Illinois. It's a very happy 53rd anniversary to them, and many more. Fabulous picture. It takes me back to my youth. Oh, brother, this is great. Brings back some memories. So happy birthday, happy anniversary to Jackie and Al Becker. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to keep on going because we got a lot of stuff to want to talk about. And you want to be in on it, you can get on. We'll do weather on the fives. Take a look at some more national temperatures. We're going to take a look at our Clinton weather forecast. And next hour, we'll take a look at the weather on the fives nationwide from Weather Nation again. So that'll be next hour here on GJRB Online. Also, our Spreaker shout-outs and podcast promotions coming up next hour here on GJRB Online. I got to work on my promos for next hour. I got a bunch of promos coming up at 1 o'clock I want to work on and get those recorded. Those are the openings to Radioland, so I'm going to work on those, and I got a promo for it that I want to get on the air this weekend. So I'm going to be working busy on some stuff today. Yesterday was the parade here in Clinton, Iowa for the, that one, I think that's why I probably missed a Monday Night Football game, because we had that parade in town yesterday. For the Halloween parade, the Mardi Gras parade here in Clinton. And I was doing some video outside because they in this neighborhood, they come around, all the floats start on this end of town over here by our Spreaker Studios. And I went out to shoot video on my phone, on my smartphone. I went outside, shot some videos, and darn if I didn't lose them. 20 minutes worth of videos. It's like, what did I do? It was fabulous. I would have had it on my Facebook page. I would have had it on my GJRB TV YouTube channel, and I go to get them, and they're gone. It's like, what happened? It was like 10 minutes worth of videos. 10 minutes lost. And it's like, what the heck did I do? I must have not saved something, because it just kept on giving me an error message. So it's like, the heck with it. So I have a compilation of some videos. I'll talk about that here in a minute. Right now, let's take a look at what we got here in Clinton, Iowa. Currently 33 degrees right now. Feels like 28. Our relative humidity is at 87%. The dew point 30 degrees. Barometric pressure 30.27 inches of mercury. Right now, take a look at our UV index. It's a low at 2. We have air quality of 29. Pollen count none. And we have dry conditions now. 0% chance of precipitation today. We have a decent sunshine outside right now. Partly, mostly cloudy skies, although I don't believe that because it's sunny right now. We got a real nice sky outside our studios. Blue sunshine, so I don't believe the weather all the time what they got here. According to this, they're saying mostly cloudy skies today with the high, then partly cloudy. Okay, so partly cloudy. If I'm looking at our studio right now, it might be partly cloudy. Got blue skies outside our Springer Studios, 40 degrees, north-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy early and decreasing clouds overnight with a few flurries and snow showers again tonight, possibly. 30 for nighttime low, north-northeast winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. 20% chance of precipitation tomorrow with Cloudy skies and a high of 39. Winds north-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Once again, 33 degrees at our Spreaker Studios at Manor Farms at Eagle Point Station. 33 degrees. And overcast snow showers right now in North Platte, Nebraska, 22 degrees. Paducah, Kentucky's at 59. Houston, Texas, 72 right now and cloudy skies. And Fairbanks, Alaska, checking in with 28 degrees. Checking down the ways a little bit. Billings, Montana, it's 12. And Dallas, Texas, it's 48 degrees. Well, that's cool for Dallas, Texas. And 87 degrees in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour and all music shows, 25 and 55 on all talk shows, 25, 45 music shows, or any time in the hour dance in 5. Weather on the 5s, right here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. We're going to go in for station identification, and we're going to be flipping over. Got some more stuff coming up in the next hour. Hope you'll stay with me. Gary J in the morning here on GJRB Online. I hope you're enjoying the show wherever you're listening across the USA. And always glad that you are joining me for some great music and fun throughout the morning here on GJRB Online. We'll have another news update coming up, and I promise I'll have my microphone on this time. Just what the heck was I doing? Just don't... Go figure. Really is. Go figure. We'll do a sports page, casual, conversational sports page coming up next hour. And some good music, too. So, it's part of the Gary J in the Morning Show here on GJRB Online. So, thanks for tuning in. And we invite a lot of people who might come across our station to hit that like button so that it can go in the algorithms. And people will pick us up. And there'll be suggested show and all that good stuff. Because I'm playing a wide variety of good music here. I mean, can't be missed. Got a lot of really good stuff. Play some of your favorites from the early 70s. Throw in some great music. So just come on in and say hi. I'd love to hear from you here on GJRB Online. We got Clarence... Clarence Carter coming up with a great song coming up here in a little bit. And conversational sports page, all that good stuff coming your way. We'll take a program break, a station identification. And this is Gary J in the morning.
This is the GJRB Online Network.